This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to these breaking news. Today, I'm going to be joined by two good friends, and we're talking about an event that's coming up next week. I'm putting the word out there because if you don't know, you should know. CompTIA is back. CompTIA is back with their first live event in quite some time, and we're all excited to go. But they're learning from the lessons of the past, and they're doing it virtually and live. So even if you can't book a flight over to Chicago, you can definitely register online and join us. And to kick it off, we have here with me Mr. MJ Schuer and Jason Slagle. How you doing, MJ?
Good, Ray. How are you? Good to see you.
Good, man. Good. Why don't you tell us about yourself and your role over at CompTIA?
Sure. So I'm the Chief Community Officer at CompTIA, which basically means I have responsibility for the global CompTIA community. So for those that don't know me, I was an MSP for just shy of 25 years, went through a couple acquisitions, and then left the MSP space, did some consulting, and then got recruited to run the CompTIA ISOW. And then as of the first of this year, I'm now Chief Community Officer. So appreciate this opportunity to talk about CompTIA, talk about Communities and Councils Forum. We're super psyched because, as you said, we're back, which is great. We held our first in-person event in the UK in October, and that went really well. And so this is our first in-person event in the US since the pandemic hit. The pandemic, shut us all down right on the eve of CCF back in 2020. So we did a quick pivot and did it virtually for the last 2 years, but the team is super excited to welcome everyone who can be there in attendance next week. And then recognizing that some people still aren't traveling, some people with larger companies still have travel restrictions. So we're doing a hybrid event so that people can participate in whatever manner they feel most safe. But I'm pretty thrilled that we've got well over 200 registrants for this event, which this is a smaller, more intimate event. So really looking forward to engaging with our members next week.
Awesome. And Jason, you're on the MSP side, right? The opposite side, member side.
Yep.
You're going to CCF also. Tell us about what you've been doing with CompTIA, your collaboration with the ISOW, and why you're going to CCF.
Yeah, so I'm on the subject matter experts council. I think it's a council. I don't know what it's called of the ISOW, which is the information sharing and analysis organization. So it's the more cybersecurity focused side of it. One of the things that CompTIA is kind of taken under their umbrella. I'm excited to go to this, just to make sure that the MSP voice is heard and to drive good change forward, especially around security and the other things that I think our industry needs.
And thanks for that, Jason, because that's critical. It's so important to have members engaged like you are and bringing that voice forward, because we need to hear it. We need to hear, what you need. And those who know me know, if I can move heaven and earth to deliver on what our members need, I'll make it happen somehow, some way. But we are, we say we're a member-led organization, and the only way to prove that is to be member-led. And so thank you for your volunteerism, helping to lead with the CompTIA ISOW and that council, and for encouraging others to get engaged and tell us what you need. Because as I said, we will bring forth what our members need. We will find a way to get it done.
So MJ, talk to us about this Communities and Councils Forum for those that don't know, right? The idea is that we can get awareness because it's also going to be, anybody that wants to register, we have the link down below to forward over. But what is this? What's the purpose of this event?
Sure. So Communities and Councils Forum is actually one of our more unique events. We have 3 premier events that we run every year. Communities and Councils Forum is the first one, happening obviously next week in March. And this is really designed for our most engaged members to come together. So the people that come to CCF typically are involved in our communities, our advisory councils, our public sector activities. This isn't a typical event, if you will. There's no trade show floor. There's no hired keynote or big fancy dinners. This is really designed around a working meeting and networking gathering of our members. And so we kick it off. We're kicking off on Monday with a meeting of our ISOW governance councils to do some business. There'll be some other meetings. We've got an orientation for first-time attendees. Tuesday's the big content day. I've got a keynote in the morning. Then we go off into community and council sessions. We've got a nice luncheon where we're awarding our North American Spotlight Awards. This is something we do annually. So we've got a bunch of finalists that we're excited to announce and share with everybody, and then give the winners their awards. Then more meetings in the afternoon. There'll be receptions, group dinners in the evening. We tend to split off in different groups, mix and mingle with different types of members. And if you drag a member of CompTIA staff along, you'll get the check picked up. If you go out on your own, then you're gonna have to I don't know, play the game, put everybody's cell phone in the middle. First one to touch it picks up the bill. With a group like this, there'll probably be a lot of people splitting bills. But,
oh yeah, and Jason and I are known to hit a bar and hit some drinks.
Yeah, that'll happen too. That will definitely happen too. And then we'll do some readouts on the meetings to share with everybody. Wednesday morning is a half day. The chairwoman of our board, Tracy Pound, who's an MSP out of the UK, will be talking with folks. We'll have some more meetings, and we will all make our way safely home. So it'll be a great event. It's for me selfishly, this is one of the best opportunities we have all year long to really get close to our members and say, hey, how are we doing? Is CompTIA doing the right thing? What do you need more of? What do you want less of? Is there something we're not doing we should be doing? This is that great opportunity to do that. And we'll be updating people on some initiatives that are in flight, ideas that came up out of prior meetings, and we've got some I hope potentially game-changing announcements to share as well.
Yeah, and the reason I wanted to do this, I've been on the CompTIA Seed Act, the Channel Development Advisory Committee, for about a year and change. Recently nominated to vice chair in the group, and I thought I had a good idea what CompTIA was doing until we went to dinner with MJ and Jason and others over at Write a Boom a couple weeks ago, and I was completely blown away. So the reason I say that is, even if you have an idea of what CompTIA is, join and find out. I guarantee you will be surprised, because I know I was. Definitely more than just certifications. So
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. We oftentimes kind of lament internally that we're the best kept secret in the industry. We're a humble organization, I think, is a fair thing to say. But I'm sort of pushing the guardrails a little bit. I think we need to do a better job telling our story with humility. I'm all for that. I'm not, you guys know me. I'm probably the last one in the room to ever be pontificating and being a braggart. But we do good stuff, and we need to share that message, because not only do we deliver tangible benefits for our members, but you're also engaged with an organization that's doing some good in the world. Like, a lot of people don't realize we have a philanthropic foundation that injects, hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars into the industry every year to try and help underprivileged, underserved, really drive the access to a good paying job in technology and diversity and things like that. We've got some really cool stories about people that we've helped who've gotten good jobs with MSPs, with other, with private industry, public government service, you name it. And we need to tell those stories, because that's collective good that we can all feel good about. But, at our core, we're here to help our members. And look, the work, I was an MSP for 25 years. So I say this with experience and with examples. We've got the great fortune to work in an incredibly cool industry, and we get to have impact on small businesses wherever it is that we work. And those businesses grow, they employ people, they put food on the table, they help make their markets and their communities better places. It may sound a little out there and cliche, but what we do in the IT channel changes the world, right? Just look at what's happened over the last couple of years. I mean, I hate the pandemic as much as anyone, but could you imagine going through the last couple of years without technology? It would have been, I can't imagine it being much worse, but
Yeah.
it would have been considerably worse. It would have been
Right.
business ending for so many businesses.
Right. So, you know,
That
this has been time,
if
you
this
know,
would have happened even
MSPs
10 years ago.
shine so well through that. And
Yeah,
so anyway, you
absolutely.
know, my point is, you know, we all work in an industry where we're actually making a difference, and that's pretty amazing. And CompTIA's mission is to unlock the potential of every individual and organization in this industry. So, you know, we do that together. We're a big open tent and we welcome everybody in. So, you know, opportunities like this, just to sort of let that be known and to say with open arms, come challenge us on that.
I will.
I mean it sincerely.
Absolutely. Well, with that, we'll have the link up again. You know, feel free to sign up. Feel free to reach out to MJ. You know, join CompTIA at least at this event. You know, join us to learn what CompTIA is doing and see if you can get that fire going. With that said, I want to thank you guys both for coming on. MJ's contact information is in the video. So is Jason. So is mine, as always. On behalf of MSP Media Network, thanks for joining us. And I really look forward to seeing you at the event next week. Take care. This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.